I just got a new deck in the post today, one that I ordered ages ago actually, but because of like the things that are going on in the world at the moment, it took a while to arrive. So it finally caught up with me, and I thought I would share it with you and do my first ever reading with it live here. So the deck, and it's an oracle card deck, not a tarot deck. The deck is it's called the Affirmators at Work deck, and I have three other decks from this same author that I really like because the author is a comedian, and so they're quite light-hearted and they're quite hard-hitting at the same time as well. So they're like little gentle bumps basically to kind of like push you back on track again. And this one is to do with work. So I'm just going to shuffle them, and I'm not going to like focus on a specific question. It's more, what do I need to know right now to help me be better at work? Yeah. Okay. We'll just see what comes out. Okay. The card that came out, well, we got two cards actually that came out. The first one was listening. And the second one was bravery. And the good thing about this bravery card is that there are only a few of these cards in the deck. I think there's like 8 or 12. So most of the cards are these picture cards. So if you get one of these cards, they're bonus cards, so they're extra special and extra important. So the listening card shows us a picture of, there's a mouth and an ear sitting at a table in a cafe, drinking their coffees, in conversation with each other. So before I even read what it says underneath, this is saying to me that in order to be better at work, in the things that you are doing, if you figure out how you can listen more deeply, yeah. So if you can sit there and just be an ear, yeah. Don't be a mouth. Don't be a body, don't be a throat, just be an ear, and attach your heart to that ear, and maybe your mind to that ear, or your spirit to that ear, and just sit there and listen and really take in what that person is saying to you, whether that be a client or your audience or your work colleague, and just sit there and hold space for whatever their need is in that moment. Even if it's a grievance, yeah, even if they're like shouting at you or yelling at you, or they've got something that they need to get off their chest and express, even if it's like you're missing a deadline and you need to like, kind of like buck up and rush up in order to kind of meet it. Or they're like kind of like they're unhappy, they're upset, and they need to share something with you to get it off their chest to feel better and to be able to work more in a more focused manner on their own stuff. So whatever the situation is, it's like think ear, be an ear more than a mouth, yeah, because a lot of the time we talk too much when people are talking to us. We interrupt them when they're talking. We're kind of like thinking about the next thing that we're going to say in response to them, instead of actually just sitting there and listening and trusting that just holding space is all the help and the healing and the cure that they need, and that we don't always need to offer up answers in order to be useful. That's just our ego talking. And actually, if we let that slip away, the true gift is just listening in a peaceful, quiet, calm space, yeah, and offering them up the reassurance that things are going to be okay. So the card says, I foster a heightened level of engaged listening in all my conversations, whether in person or over the phone. When I start to zone out or feel the urge to interrupt, I remind myself that it's better to tune in and listen, really listen to what the other person is saying, because without good, attentive listening, I won't be able to, and then there's a hyphen, shoot, what did they just ask me? Which is the little joke put in at the bottom. So yeah, basically it's what I said. To just attentively listen. The second card is bravery. So bravery is all about taking risks and showing up even when we're scared, and not getting trapped in that mindset again of the ego, where we're wanting to look a certain way, to be a certain person, you know, where we're kind of like putting on an act, playing a role. That can make bravery really hard, because bravery is raw and honest. Yeah, bravery is vulnerable. Bravery means that, you know, if we mess up, we could fall flat on our face. So it's hard sometimes to be brave if we feel like the risks are quite high. Like, you know, maybe we have an idea that we want to pitch in a meeting, and we're scared to speak up because if other people think it's silly or stupid or redundant, then we're going to be embarrassed, and maybe we then think that will kind of make us look bad and perhaps lose our jobs at some future point. Bravery also can affect us if we're wanting to send out a newsletter or write a blog post or do a video. You know, all of these things take bravery to do, because when we put ourselves out there to the public, we risk rejection. You know, people are going to respond to these things. That's what we're asking them to do, and not everybody is going to like what we have to say and what we want to share. It's not going to be everybody's thing. So bravery kind of like is called for a lot in our life in general, and in business especially, but in order to grow what we want to grow in our lives, in a career sense, in a financial sense at work, we kind of need to take risks, because otherwise we just stay where we are, and then we're relying on the universe and other people to deliver to us the things that we need in order to grow and be successful. And maybe we'll be lucky and that will happen, but the chances are we'll just remain exactly where we are, and we might even slip backwards. And so we need to push ourselves, and we need to take risks in order to connect with more people and in order to grow. So that's my take on bravery. The card says, congratulations, you are being awarded a hearty dose of bravery to be applied to any nerve-wracking situation that requires boldness, brashness, or balls. Bravery is the battering ram that will knock down any limitations your mind has built. Bravery is the shield that will protect you from the thoughts of, what if it doesn't go well? Bravery is the steed you will ride through the fields of, go for it, try it, and it's better if you just ask for it. Bravery is even the excited army that will cheer you on. But you're the one who has to walk back and forth on a horse and make a long speech. Sorry. So this card is basically saying that the universe is going to help you out and award you with a dose of bravery. So that is a bravery card that has been given to you from the universe. So take that card and run with it and see where you go. And I hope that it brings you a beautiful reward. So yeah, that is my new deck, the Affirmators at Work. If you liked it, do check it out and look for these cards online. This company does loads of beautiful things. Actually, they do loads of like funny little post-it notes and memo pads and stuff, and like they're just like little tiny ways to lighten up your day, and they make great gifts. Like I've given them as gifts to people that I know because I think they're kind of like amusing. So maybe that'll amuse you too. And there are also the other decks. So like there's a family deck, a relationships deck, a love deck. There might even be more. So you know, whatever might appeal to you if it's not work. I hope you enjoyed that. Do subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you liked it. Yeah, I hope to see you again soon. If you would like to find out more about me, do check out my website, lemonrosepetals.com. I'm also under the same name at Instagram, and if you would like to get a personal reading, either with tarot or with oracle, I have many decks, please do contact me and we can set something up. Okay, I will see you next time.